everybody? Bolts and Hose episode 45 is in the building today.
45.
Muy bien. Now your turn, Alex.
You do it in Swahili.
Bivadirchi.
I don't know what that was.
We got our friend Alex Hoover on the cast today. It's been a long time since you've joined us, sir.
Yeah, I've been doing.
Good, man.
It's a true Bolts and Hose episode today.
Yes.
By the way, Chris, that I spoke a minute ago, that was Kunas. It's Kunas.
Oh, okay. All right. Very nice. I was going to be 45 there. I want to go fishing a little bit later. I get some alligator. Shoot him. Is that the way it goes, Alex? You understood everything I just said, didn't you?
No, that wasn't Kunas.
That was spot on. What are you talking about?
No.
Alex, what are you drinking?
Between Harry Carey and a Kunas, maybe.
Harry Carey.
It's my best Cajun impression.
What you sipping on, Alexis?
On it. Man, I'm going long today. You know, I can't stick with you guys, so I'm going with the Michelob Ultra.
Ultra. That's solid. I like it.
Watching your calorie intakes?
Work to do. We still got work to do, so.
Yeah. You're working over there. We're winding down, so
yeah.
You'll never guess what we're drinking, Alex.
What are you drinking? I see the whiskey glasses. I like the.
You know, we told you the brewery was shutting down, right? So they're out of beer almost, or at least all the good beer. So we decided to bring our own spirit today. This is called a Blanton's. Have you ever heard of Blanton? Is it Blanton or Blanton's? Blanton.
Sazerac. Yeah. Blanton's. That's a good bottle of whiskey.
Very good whiskey, yes. One of the premier ones, right?
I just think it's hard to find. It's a good whiskey. I will say it's not my favorite.
I agree.
It's not
my favorite. I have my favorite down there in the bag. But we'll save that for next week.
Yeah. Is that rye that you're drinking?
No rye. This is just a bourbon straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay. All right.
Good stuff, man.
And we're drinking, Alex, out of. You see it. I don't know if you can see it really well, but Patriot Bolt whiskey glasses.
Beautiful.
Check that out. We even have the square cube.
That's actually a square-headed bolt, the top of a square-headed bolt ice cube.
We machined that just today.
I contacted Michelob Ultra, and they're willing to do a can for us. You know, that's a thing now with the beer companies doing cans for companies. So
I never heard.
Yeah. Apparently, it's been on the news. I haven't heard either.
So they're going to do what? A Patriot hose one? They're going to do one big hose on a beer can?
It'd be a cool marketing effort, I think.
Yeah, they like the idea.
You should put 2 nuts in a hose on a beer can. Hello, brother. How are you? Yeah. He's going to join us. James is going to join us with the bourbon. A little splash of bourbon. Hey, so what's new in Louisiana, Alex?
Oh man, we've had all kinds of stuff going. We've got some big orders we're involved in. So, hey, Daryl.
What's up, D?
What's up, Daryl?
Yeah, hey,
good man.
What's going on?
His first cameo appearance on Bolts and Hose podcast.
Yeah, I see the nice little jackets y'all got on there. You got on the Chris, nice little jacket.
It's not Patriot Bolt, though. It's not, Daryl. You guys have more swag over there than we do.
You are the king of swag in Louisiana, man.
He stole all my shirts. They shrunk, so I gave them to him.
Mediums?
Yeah, mediums.
You need to make some more fishing shirts, Alex.
Yeah, we do need to do that. We do. So, but we have to go fishing to use those, you know.
That's true. That's true. We got to take the boat out.
Not talking about bass fishing either, Chris. Okay,
that's kind of Alex.
That's the boring fishing.
On this new app, I'm trying to figure out how do you turn the camera here.
Suck at it. It's boring.
You can't turn the camera on this app, so I'm gonna be here.
Okay. All right.
So, first thing I'm showing you guys is a big expansion joint that we received from a customer that they want us to replicate.
Okay.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's a 40-inch, and it's got kind of that square side on the flange.
Yeah.
So do you have to fabricate that flange as well?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll have to water jet the flange, and it's just a one piece with a square side. And what's difficult about it is none of the bolt holes are equally spaced, so it's going to be interesting laying it out.
Why would they do them equally spaced? You know, that makes sense.
My guess is that they field drilled it. They installed it.
They just took a drill out there and drilled it close.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. But what's really odd about it, besides that, is it's got an internal flange that comes in towards the ID instead of out towards the OD. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to stand this bad boy up real quick. Give me just a second here.
That's a cool part, man. I mean, I am very surprised by your parts, Alex.
We did it just for you. I told them to take it down and take the unit down just for the podcast, you know.
The cats.
But there are a few hose manufacturers out there, but expansion joint, that's a rare one, right, Alex? Not a lot of people tackle those.
I mean, there's a lot of expansion joints used, especially in terminals, on tanks and whatnot. Anywhere there's a long run of piping, you know, where they're worried about pipe stress, they're going to use
thermal expansion.
Yeah, that's exactly. They feel like they could have movement in their pipe that could cause problems. They're going to have to either put a pipe loop or an expansion joint. I think we've talked about this before, but this is a big version of one, right? So, but it's really kind of odd because it's got the flange comes in towards the ID of it instead of the OD on the other side. So, not sure exactly what the application is, but we're laying it out, doing a drawing over here, and we're gonna replicate based on that.
I like it, man.
Very nice.
Yeah. Besides
That's the cool part. What's the material, Alex?
304.
304. Is that flange 304 as well?
None of the exotic stuff like you guys get into.
Hey, 304 is cool.
Yeah.
So this is a bunch of 1-inch by 10-foot assemblies. You'll see how many are laying around.
Holy cow, look at you. You got hose everywhere out.
Look like snakes. We got snakes.
Got snaky hose.
Snakes in this shop.
So that's finished assemblies.
Look at you.
That's a lot of work,
200
man.
finished assemblies, and we got 300 left to do. So,
Nice.
Good job.
Yeah. Actually, there's more than 200. There's another 25 or so there. So we're making our way through those. And Daryl's welding on them right now.
He's quick, man. He jumped right from the podcast over to welding.
Is Daryl wearing Jordans while he's welding?
Oh yeah. He stays comfortable welding.
All right. I like it, man. You got to be styling while you're welding.
But those are last year's shorts. Don't worry.
It don't matter, man.
That's retro.
Exactly.
He's laughing while he's welding.
Don't screw up that weld, Daryl.
We've got another expansion joint that we made a couple of weeks ago that we put out a few pictures of on LinkedIn, and so we got another order for that too.
14-inch, right?
Yeah, 14-inch, which is
304.
just an odd pipe size, right?
Sure.
But it's going to have plate flanges on it. One side will be a rigid flange, and the other side's going to be a floating flange, and so we've got to get it cut to length and all fitted up, and then we'll be welding on it in the next couple of days. It's not a rush like most of our stuff is, so.
So you're busy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, everywhere.
Bench laying here, and here's Ivy welding up on our new turntable.
Is that a car seat he's sitting
I
there?
don't know if you can see.
Oh no, that's like a desk
It's
chair.
an office chair, actually.
I thought it was like a seat from the back of your van.
You know, I was
Yeah,
thinking.
we got that from a B20. We got that from a B23 bomber. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
I was thinking the reason for that design, Alex, right? So you can. Hey, Ivy, how you doing, man?
So we've got competing music going on in the shop today.
So is it elevated, Alex, because you've got a hose
Losing
that's
you
not
guys.
as flexible? Illusion?
Reconnecting.
Technical difficulties. Sometimes happens on.
You guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
baby.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, I was just asking, is the reason that seat is
We had
elevated?
to build stairs up to this new
Alex, can you hear me?
full setup going on. Welding those 1-inch hoses.
Alex, can you hear us?
So besides that, we've got some hydraulic hoses we're working on. and some Teflon hoses we're working on.
Hey,
So
can you hear us?
A little bit of everything. We've still got 3 reels of this 1-inch to cut up before we can even begin to shift that.
Okay.
And some hydraulic hoses that we're going to be fabbing up in the next day or two, and some Teflon hoses that we'll be fabbing up in the next couple of days. Stainless steel braided Teflon hoses. We've got some steam hoses to get done, and a few other things in the mix. So it's been a cool little mixture here lately of different types of orders.
Yeah, man. Well done.
So you can't hear us, Alex. You can't hear us. Okay, there we go.
Just barely.
So I had a technical question on the hose, the new rotary table. So is the reason why it's elevated like that is so you can put hoses that are less flexible, right? They can't bend, the pipe bend?
Yeah. If you can imagine these, I'll try to find one of the bigger bore hoses real quick and do a little demonstration.
When I saw that, I never thought about that, but that's a great idea. Never thought about it, elevating it like that.
So unflexible hose, you elevate.
Yeah, because you can't make a tight turn if the table's too close to the ground, because you're just putting the flange that you're welding inside the clamps in the flange
To pull it up higher.
to make it, So, and that's why the seat's up on top too. It's almost like he's got a platform to sit up there and weld.
Yeah, see, I mean, these are the 1-inch hoses, and I can bend those pretty easily. You can make a pretty tight bend. So getting those up underneath this table right here that's low to the ground is pretty easy, and that table turns, so that hose has got to be able to turn with it. That's why we need all that open floor space in the shop, because we got hoses laid out that have to rotate.
Sure.
And then on these bigger hoses, like this is 4-inch diameter, and you can kind of see how it swoops. I can't bend that very far. So getting it up underneath a low table like that is really not very feasible.
Yeah, and then being able to turn it as you're welding it,
The bigger the hose, the less flexible it is.
Yeah, so with this table, we can come up right through here, up underneath with a big swoop on the hose, and be able to rotate that table, that turntable, and it rotate the hose as it's coming through here.
That's fantastic.
Right now we've got everybody on the 1-inch hoses because we've got so many to get finished. So, and we got a third turntable in just yesterday, actually. That's kind of like this one. I'll show you it, and we'll probably put it elevated as well.
So that's really expanded our capacity quite a bit.
Do what?
I said that's really expanded our capability and our capacity over there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They do
So
what?
this is the new one. It's like 9 inches diameter.
Okay.
And it's just the table itself, so it's just got a pipe coming out where we can put it on anything we want to put it on. They sent it with some structurals to put it on to use a boat crank and be able to elevate it up or down. So we'll build a platform, and the welder will sit up on the platform, probably 3 to 4 feet up.
So that's the third rotary table, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool. So
It wasn't that long ago we were slammed with one welding table. Now we've got 3 rotary tables. So
that's right. Well, we got lucky, and a company was shutting down shop, and so they had some equipment and wanted to get rid of it, and so we went and looked at what they had, and we're taking some more off their hands too. We don't have it set up yet, but we bought a threading machine because it's far too often, we have to thread, or we need to get threaded fittings, and customers will want pipe nipples and things like that are too long, that you don't typically, you're able to purchase in the lengths that they want. So we have pipe that we keep, in stock, and now we'll be able to thread up to 4-inch. So
all like NPT thread.
Correct. Yeah. Or whatever type of thread. But yeah, NPT is the predominant one for sure. So we'll be able to thread internally, externally, and then we'll be able to chamfer and bevel with it.
You guys are doing good, Alex. Proud of you, man.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Won't be long. We'll be having to expand and knock that back wall out in the shop and get some more square footage.
I hope so.
Yep.
All kinds of hose laying around.
So show me what you guys have had going on lately.
We can jump into parts of the week too.
Yeah. We've been slammed, Alex.
Alex, you want to go big or small?
Let's go big, baby. I like
Big.
go big.
I knew you were going to say that. You always want to go big first.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see the small stuff.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, that's a beaut. I'm surprised you can lift that by yourself there, Bryce.
Do you know what that's?
A lot of push-ups.
You know what that's called,
Yeah.
Alex?
I believe that is now remind me.
So this is a collar.
Yeah, collar stud. Collar
There
stud.
you go.
right?
No, that's right. So this is in operation right now. You can tell one side's threaded, one side's not. I think there's like 60 pieces in the shop. Can you guess what diameter that is, Alexis?
Being that you have tiny hands, I'm gonna guess 1 1/4.
A little off. Chris gave you a little clue there.
I'm guessing 2. I don't really know the answer. But
Yeah.
I think that's right. It's like,
Oh, your hands are bigger than I thought then, sir.
Guess the overall length.
Bryce
I'm
does
gonna
have small
guess-
hands.
I'm gonna guess
What they say about
28
right?
inches. 28 inches.
35 and 5/8. You were close.
Oh, wow.
You were close. You need to go back to selling hose, Alex.
So, hey, you know what? I use a tape measure. That's what I use. So,
Bet you do.
so what? A yardstick or whatever's laying around. What are
Exactly.
what are they using that for?
This goes into an exchanger. This is actually going out of the country. How about that?
Oh,
Going out of the country. It's going into a heat exchanger. It's B7 material, so nothing too crazy.
How many pieces?
I think it was like 60.
60 pieces. That's a lot of weight for an international order, right?
That's a big order, man.
it
Yeah.
is.
2 inch by 35. And so think about this, Alex. I mean, so 2 inches is the thread side, right? But it's all machined from one part, right? One piece construction on a collar. This isn't a loose fitting collar. So you got to start with this OD, which I don't remember what it is, but I would be willing to bet it's going to be probably 2.5, maybe 2 3/4. And then you got to machine it down, machine this down, machine that down.
It's B7.
B7, yep. So a lot of machine time. A lot of
Okay.
machine.
That is an impressive stud you have.
It's not the first time I've heard that up. Check this one out. This is a cool part. What do you call that? A bushing?
I'm going to say bushing, yeah.
Bushing?
Bushing. Yeah, that's what I would call it too.
So you got on the outside an 1.5 sticks thread pitch, and then you have an internal thread of 1'8". This is all B7 material as well. So this was a week turnaround. I think there was 24 pieces of these were turned around in a week.
You're
Now,
not
is,
going to find that on the shelf.
Never.
Is 6 thread standard for 1.5 inch?
Course, yeah, it's a course. Course thread. So 1'8", 1.5", 6. What do you think that is? Maybe
1.5. Maybe 2.
2 inches or so.
Under the head, yeah.
You know, I could use some of those for my little fastener box that I throw random fasteners in case I need them on any given basis.
Whatever you need,
Yeah,
Alex,
you
you just
tell
let
us
us know.
make
If you guys made some extras, just I'll just keep.
I'll give you a big discount.
Yeah, I bet you will.
We'll trade you some expansion joints.
Here to hook you up, Alex.
Get something real
Check
nice
this
for you.
bad boy out.
Look at this, not a
That
bolt.
looks like an oval RTJ gasket.
Hey, taste it. Tell me what material it is.
Oh, that looks like Inconel 800H.
How'd you know? You're a good guesser. A very good guesser.
I could tell by the shininess of it. It was
The
just
color, right? The color gives it away.
Yeah.
What size is it? I didn't tell you the size.
Oh, I'm gonna guess 3 inch, 900 pound, maybe.
I don't know that. I just
The
know
R number. Give us an R number.
I don't know the yard number.
R. Michael Jordan.
23.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Took me a
So that was
second.
another one. 14 pieces we turned around in 2 days. We got material cut, we actually made that one out of bar. We brought bar in, It took the guys about a day and a half to make 14 of those pieces.
Wow, that's a good turnaround.
Very good turnaround. I probably left some money on the table in that.
You probably did. Happens. It happens.
Whenever you give someone a price and they send you a PO immediately, doesn't that you just feel like, man, I left a little bit on
no
the table.
hesitation whatsoever.
Yeah.
Oops.
Like, I probably should have went a little higher.
But as long as we help them out, that's all that really matters at the end of the day.
Right.
Chris is only saying that because we're on a podcast.
Because
He was screaming at me.
I've never said that, Alex. Don't believe him. I've never said that.
I don't know. That could go either way.
They do actually come back to Bryce pretty quick on regular occurrence. So I don't know
Man,
what that means.
take care of my customers.
He does.
When
take care
they're
of it.
only coming to Bryce, they know that they're going to get the best price from Bryce. They go to Danny, they know that they're going to get raked over the coals. So
Hey, Danny, he's not going to appreciate that. He's going to watch this podcast. Yeah, don't come to me. Don't come to Danny. Go to Bryce.
And if you go to Austin, he'll probably screw it up.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm just busting.
oh, it was an R23. I thought you said 32.
That's right.
Yeah, we made 12 of them already.
Yeah.
That's right.
Only kidding. We have the best crew in the world.
That's right.
We're getting close here, man. I mean, the brewery, they just unloaded a bunch of their vats. They're on a flatbed sitting out there.
Yeah, this place will be a little more cleaned out next week. Maybe we'll do a little tour like Alex does his shop. We can walk around the MG brewery. We've seen, as a matter of fact, right now there's a big flatbed trailer with all these fermenting tanks, stainless steel tanks on a trailer where they're being hauled off. So it's a little bittersweet. I mean, it's sad that the brewery is going away. We're going to miss it, but it's nice because we're looking at this place thinking how much equipment we can set in here and how much more capacity we're going to have.
You know what I'm most excited about?
What's that?
Drinking whiskey on Fridays now.
Whiskey. It's about time we graduated to whiskey. I probably should have been there a long time ago.
From IPA whiskey, huh?
The older you get, Alex, I think the less you enjoy beer. Is that right or wrong? The older you get,
I feel like I enjoy it more now than ever.
I think because you drink seltzers now. That just means you're going the other way.
Hey, don't call me out.
We started with beer. We're on to bourbon and whiskey now. We could, no telling what's next. We could go to mixed drinks next. We can go to margaritas or something.
Never. Ever.
It won't be long. You guys will be drinking Pinots in there, hanging out.
Exactly. Yeah, a little wine.
Cat.
Who knows? We started out with beer and that was nice. And if we go through all the popular bourbons, there's a chance we could gravitate to margaritas.
I'm going to hate on Austin. I'm going to hate on Austin one more time. We could go to vodka and Red Bulls like Austin. Or Twisted Teas.
Hey, before they take off with that flatbed, make sure they have the right address. It's 2809 Youngsville Highway. And I'll be here to receive it. So we'll make a brewery over here.
This was a little bit of a hose account too that's going away. So it's a little sad about that.
Oh, it is a little sad. I was getting interested in being able to supply to the breweries now. Because you go on a sales call and you just have fun. It's great.
Yeah. We're over here doing market research with our neighbor.
That's right. I'm not sure that this. Let me taste that again. I'm not sure if this is compatible or not,
So, you want to do the current event?
Yeah, we can talk a little.
So I always like to go to the internet, the interwebs, and find an article relating to oil and gas. And I sent this to Alex and Bryce earlier today, but I don't think Alex saw it. You probably didn't see it either.
I think I deleted it.
Okay, you deleted it. So it was a link. So I'll tell you about it. I'll give you the overview of what the article was. So this was an article that they had announced in the last few days. So apparently Google, you're familiar with that company, right, Alex? Google, and they're also involved in a lot of things, right?
They're a Pasadena contractor, right?
Yeah. You have all these companies like Amazon that's involved in space travel now, and you got Virgin Atlantic, you've got
the Meta.
Elon Musk, you got everybody's kind of going this route, right? They're getting very technical. So this is one where Google, the mega monster, is going to launch a satellite into space. I think it's in next month or something, what they're going to do. And this is the first of many satellites. And what the intent of these satellites is they're going to scan with like infrared scanner. I'm not sure the exact technology, but they're going to scan the surface of the globe of the Earth. And they're going to look for methane releases. So they're going to target refineries, chemical facilities, tanks, pipelines.
And Alex.
And Alex.
It'll be bright red around your ass.
I'll probably
And you know, you think about all the global summits that have happened, with all the global emission summits that have happened with all of the major countries, and they've committed to reducing, you know, quote unquote, greenhouse gases to nearly zero by the end of the decade. So not sure exactly how they plan to do that, but that was the commitment that was laid out there. So to hold the world accountable for these commitments, Google is going to launch these satellites. And then once they have the data, they're going to use their processors and they're going to publish this data for public consumption.
So this is the first time I saw this. How are you going to be able to trust that that data is accurate? Because you know someone's in the background and they're going to target all the refineries and they're going to push their agenda on the public.
That was one thing in the article, and I guess you can read into it, but that's the first thing. I mean, I'm always a skeptic when I read something like that too, what the agenda is, right? But that was what they were saying, is that Google Analytics and Google programmers are going to translate the data and publish the data. So how is that translated and what bias is involved in it? It's interesting. And, you know, I think it was stated also in the article that the U.S. was one of the highest emitters of this gas.
No way.
So, which is interesting because you think about China and India and South America and, you know, where a lot of these regulations don't occur. And I do find that hard to believe because there are other, you know, processing facilities out there that have greater capacity than the country that we're in.
It's all the cows, man. It's going to be right over the cow field.
So is the focus, as usual, going to be the U.S. and the most scrutiny going to be there? Or it'll be interesting to see how they focus on other countries.
I thought you were going to the toilet. You're going to show us where the highest country is going to be.
I'm going to show you a different kind of hose.
Hope they don't stand this.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's an interesting thing. They turn from this is the company that does the search engine, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But you know, they're massive, right? So they're into all sorts of things.
The Google. You can actually purchase their stock. I'm pretty sure it's called Alphabet. If you want to go and do that now, Alex.
What do you think a share of that? That's like
actually
$1,000.
That's less than that.
600.
I have a handful of the Alphabet, aka the Google.
I wish I would have purchased it 15 years ago.
Why didn't you, Alex?
You know, I'm just not a risk taker like that. Chris probably did.
I did not. I wish I had as well.
Chris is too busy taking out his bass boat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of you. So we had the PDF Roundtable. Shout out to PDF Roundtable in Houston, Texas. You know, typically I have my compadres, my homies come with me and try to sell some bolts to some friends and colleagues in the industry.
I'm usually with Bryce, but on that particular day, it was a very a hectic day for me, and I had a date on the lake, so I couldn't be there.
And so I was riding solo, but you know what, Alex? Remember, last year you joined us, and you brought presents for everybody, and multiple people asked where the Boudin guy was. So that's how you are known.
The Boudin man.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
so they missed you this year, man. They missed you.
I'm so sorry. I couldn't make it, but you know, I was out getting fresh venison for the next round of Boudin.
Oh, nice. We're ready, baby.
Maybe next year they'll appreciate it.
I'm shrinking away because you haven't been over here in a long time. I haven't eaten in a
I can
month.
tell you didn't have your Boudin weight on you.
Yeah.
That's really concerning.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah.
You're too busy to bring us Boudin.
You know, it's always better when you come this way to eat it. It just has a different
I need to do that, actually. I need to come over and hang out with y'all for a little bit. You and me can go on some sales calls.
That's right.
Go slang some hose.
So, did you happen to get any hose leads while you were at this PBF roundtable?
I did, but I'm going to keep them for myself.
Okay. All right.
We did, man. We got a couple good ones, and one of them was actually in Oklahoma, which was I think it'll be a good one. I sent them off a little information and good conversation, so stay tuned for that one, Alexis.
We'll get you some business.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Big boy.
Bring it on. We're pretty soon. We're gonna have another welder joining the staff, so we got the capacity. Bring it on.
Great.
Like it. I love it.
What else we got today?
I think we covered everything. You like the flag in the background? It's the old Ingenious flag.
Yeah, I see that. So you guys gonna leave that up for sort of a legacy, or are you gonna paint that up?
We should. I mean, I don't know if the wall makes sense to have it here, but I can't imagine tearing it down and throwing it away. I mean, we could cut it out and then frame it and use it as a hanging piece of art. I think that would be nice.
I think that and the Ingenious wall, I think we have to keep.
Yeah, the backdrop for the podcast. You know, you can't destroy that. That's got a special place in our heart.
There's just a lot of cool things here that I think, I'm not sure if those are lead force or not.
Well, I mean, if I were you, I would keep all the brewing equipment too and just go ahead and do that.
There won't be any left, I don't think, Alex. So.
We tried to buy one. I wanted to buy one and just brew like one beer a month. And, we could sell it just slowly out the back door and, keep it for employees and whatever else.
You buy a box of bolts, you get an IPA with it.
Exactly. But they were selling the whole thing as a package, so we missed out on the brewing equipment, unfortunately.
So I'm assuming in about 3 to 4 weeks, I'm going to get on this podcast or come over there and see about 12 new CNC machines hooked up and ready to roll.
Right.
I hope so. We've got a few pieces of equipment we've got identified right now, so we've already got a decent little start, I think. So I think that'll materialize in the next week or so.
We need some relief in that shop.
This is like Chris's favorite thing to do is go online and look for equipment.
Used equipment. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, different auction sites. Every time I go in his office, he's buying something.
We built a business. We built a business just on used equipment, secondhand equipment. And sure, we probably pay a little bit more in maintenance and that sort of thing. And sometimes it's a dud and whatever.
Sometimes it just sits in the corner of our shop.
But in the end, we pay cash and we don't know anybody. And that helps us out on many other things. So in my opinion, that is the best way to start a business. Yeah.
One man's trash is another one's treasure, right?
Yes.
Exactly.
I do not like to owe people money.
Right.
Me either.
Except me.
Yeah, except Bryce. I don't mind owing him money.
Oh, it sounds like you lost a bet.
Yes.
Well, gents.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll throw up some pictures of Quinn and Gabe with their kills. Their first kill, right, Alex? Or was it Gabe's? I know it was Quinn's.
That was Quinn, my daughter's first kill, and it was with a crossbow, which is pretty impressive.
With a crossbow. Amazing.
And that was Gabe's fourth, I think. So he's been a little bit. But
you're a good daddy, Alex. She'll remember that for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I asked my wife what she wanted for Valentine's Day, and she said, "I want y'all to get the hell out of here." I said, "Okay, well, we'll go do some
present about that." If you're my husband, I'll put you the hell out of here too.
Yeah.
Oh, don't you worry, Bryce. She was happy when I got back.
It was about time you joined us, man. We missed you on the Bolts and Hose podcast. We haven't had it on here.
I know. We got to do it in closer cadences. So I'm down for doing it just about every time. I mean, you you guys know how it was in the early days. You're kind of doing everything. You're making deliveries. You're going this place and that place, and it's a little hard to sit in the office for an hour, but we'll make it happen.
We need to take a trip to Louisiana and do one live on site.
Yeah, let's do that.
At Patriot Fluid Transport.
We'll do that in the next few weeks. That'd be a great trip.
Bring on.
Absolutely. Sir.
Plan on that. Have some fun.
Have a great weekend, man.
Cheers, dog.
Cheers.
Y'all too.
We'll ship you a bottle of Blanton's.
Like, comment, share.
I'm not going to hit
Alex hose orders.
I don't want to get any of my Ultra in your Blantons, so I'm just going to barely tap it.
Please. All right, brother. Have a good one.
Fellas.
Gotta
Take
keep it.
care. See you.
Like, share, follow.
Boom.